everyone, I've got some of those new pens that you may have seen people have been buying. They are the Languo gel pens and I got a huge set of them off Shein. I think they may also be on Amazon. If I find a link I will put it in the description if you want to have a look. So these are Languo gel pens and they come in little sets of the 9 in each set, all different shades of colours. Let's just have a look what we've got. So we've got the warm yellows, we've got some nice bright rainbow colours, we've got some pinky peachy skin colours there, some reds, some dark colours, we've got black and grey shades. There's only 6 in that little pack. Some more skin tone colours and browns, some pinks, some more skin tones and peaches, some blues, some greens, some warm colours, reds, yellows and browns. We've got some pinky purple lilacs, and then we've got a pack of pearly colours, 3 of each colour in that one. One is a white colour and then a silver and a gold for highlighting. Then we've got another pack of bright colours, a mixed set of colours there, more mixed colours, mixed darker colours and some pastel colours there. So they are all the packs that I got off Shein, and the reason I got these, I saw people were using them for the rather popular Disney Painting by Numbers books. As you can see, there's some very intricate little sections there, and I think these cover quite well, so they'll colour over the numbers quite well. And also I needed something with quite a fine point so that I can get into all those tiny little details. So let's pick a set and have a little look how they work on paper. So this is just an ordinary piece of printer paper, nothing special, it's only thin printer paper. So this is quite a deep pink, and as you can see that is how thin the line draws, and it looks like it's quite a good solid colour. So it looks like it covers quite well. It is quite wet, so wait for it to dry before you put your hand in it or smudge it. It is quite wet. I don't know if you can see that as it's drying. So they take a little while to dry if you're going to colour large areas like that. It covers quite well. However, if you press hard, it will be scratchy. So don't press hard with them. I don't know if you can see that. That I was just pressing quite lightly. But if you press hard, you're going to get little scratchy marks in it. So the lighter that you press, just as long as it's touching the paper, it will colour nice and not streaky. So they are the Languo gel paint pens, colour gel pens, and the good thing about them is, which pack did I get that pink out of to put it back? I have no idea. I don't know where I've put it. The good thing about these are that you can buy just one pack. So if you find that you use like a lot of these peachy colours or you've run out of just one, you don't have to buy the whole big massive set. You can just buy that little set to replace the pen that's run out that you use a lot, or if you use a lot of blues or a lot of greens, you can just buy a pack of the blues to replace them. So that's quite good. You don't have to buy a whole great big set just because you've run out of one colour, or because you use a lot of greens and you don't want to end up with doubles of all the other colours. So I hope that has helped you to decide if these pens are for you or not. You can also use them in your colouring. You don't have to use them in the painting by numbers book like I'm doing. Let's just have a little look at the back. It hasn't gone through, it hasn't bled through or ruined the other side, and this is just thin paper, but always check it in your books first. If you're writing in your diary or colouring in your colouring books, check the pens on a spare piece of paper at the back of the book. Usually there's a sheet of paper that you're not going to use really, and that's the best place to test it, to see how they react on that specific paper, so you'll know exactly if they bleed, or if they bleed through, or if they spread out when you use them. And the colour has dried, I would say, exactly as it looks in the pen as well. So I don't really think I need to do a whole great big colour chart for them. They do have their own little numbers on the bottom of the pack there. Each colour is numbered and the number is then on the pen, so if you did want to do a colour chart you can do, and then you can see all the colours in one place. But I think because I can see the actual ink through the pen because they're see-through, I don't think I really need to do a colour chart, and I think they're going to dry probably the same as the ink looks in the pen. So I might not do a whole great big colour chart for them. Hello again. Just a really quick update because I've had these pens for a little while now, and I know I said I weren't going to do a colour chart, but I have actually done one, and I've swatched all the colours, and the reason why is because they're a little bit slightly lighter when they dry, not majorly lighter, but I've been using the pens in this mystery colouring book and they work really well. So the colour swatch chart, let me just show you this double page that I did with the pens. I found that the colour swatch chart really helped when picking the colours before I started colouring. So I coloured them right up to the edge so that I could put the chart along the colours here and really match them up. For example, that matches with that one really quite well. So I found that it was easier to do that, to choose all my colours before I started. So this is what the pens look like if you fancy doing these mystery colouring books. This is another one that I did, and this is what they look like before you start colouring. So they dry with a little bit of a sheen to them and they cover really well. Sometimes you might think it's not going to cover quite well, but when they dry they are covering a little bit better after they've dried. So another thing about the pens is some people say to put a little blob of blue tack like this one on the end of the pen. So what that does is, if you're colouring a really big area like over here with the pens, sometimes it gets a little bit scratchy and the ink isn't flowing out as easily as when you're doing little areas, or sometimes it's just the pen and the pen doesn't flow as easily as some of the other colours. So what you do is you get a blob of blue tack like this and you just push it on the end of the pen like that, and what that does is a tiny little bit of the blue tack pushes into the hole at the top, which must make the pressure inside a little bit more, so it pushes it out the end a little bit better. Let's just have a little scribble. And of course you can't go really fast with these pens, otherwise it gets a little bit scratchy like that. You got to go slower, and then it will cover nice and evenly. And then if you find it starts getting scratchy again and coming out a little bit gappy, just take off the blue tack and squeeze it on again, because of course when you're using it and the ink comes out, that it's pushed out, it will not be as pressurized inside there, so you have to like repressurize it by sticking that on, and then you're good to go again with a nice even flow of ink. So that's just a quick little update and to show you what I have been doing with these pens and how they turn out. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.